In this video I'll repair this image using the standard tools within Gimp. Because it takes well over 30 minutes to actually repair this damaged image, throughout the video I will speed it up with commentary over the top, mentioning what some of the features that I do. Now, tricks here: if you hold the control key down and move the mouse wheel, you can enlarge your image for your work. Come down to the corner to the compass point and click on it. You get a thumbnail and you can move around in the areas you want to repair the image. Now I'll be using the clone tool and the healing tool. Now the healing tool does a very good job. In this point here I'll be using this brush. Now, to enlarge your brush without going to here all the time and coming back, you can use your bracket keys. Now the right bracket key enlarges and the left bracket key reduces the size. Now I'll hit the control key, take a sample and hit clean up over there. Now once you get to some of these tight areas like the top of the screen here, you will need to reduce your brush. I'll use the bracket keys, take a sample, control key and left click, and just click in there and clean up the area. Reduce your brush size, take a sample, just move in there and clean all that up. Take another sample over here and do the same. Now, using this type of brush, if I move down to the bottom corner, there's a few nasties down there. There's a reasonably long one. Now if I use that type of brush there, I come down here to the alignment and click on the down arrow. I can ask it to align. So when I take a sample, I enlarge my brush. It will follow me and clean up as it goes along. Now I'll click in the area where it's nice and tidy, click in there, move down, and you'll notice now it follows and cleans up and takes the image with it. Now once you get to a little bit of damage there, you'll need to take another sample somewhere else. Move over and then move down. We'll just clean that bit up there so we can clean up and follow through. Quite a neat little trick within Gimp. Now, of course, with the healing tool, you need to be very careful when you go to the edges of your image, because it starts to grab part of the area where you can see beyond the edge. Okay, let's tidy that up. Now we move over to the other side or up the top and do the same thing. Take a sample. Now the brush is aligned, I just follow it down. I'll come right down to the bottom where I've got the carpet there is damaged with the image. I'll take a sample, click in the area and just drag it down. It follows you and repairs the image as it goes along. Now I'll come back to the main work. Once again I lower my brush size, take a sample. Now I've still got the alignment brush on, so I need to be careful. You can switch it on and off as you go. There's no problem. Now a lot of this is just a repeat of what I'm doing. Taking samples and then following your brush down and tidying up. Because you watch where you go into the darker areas, you've got to take samples and then allow your brush to follow you around. I'll just take a sample there and do that one. Now you can change your alignment, just click there and go back to none. And then just take your basic samples and then click in there and tidy it up. When working in small areas, continue to take samples using the control key and the left mouse button. Remember to continue to take small samples and change your brush sizes. The heavier brush can help out in many areas. If you make an error, use the control key and the Z, which takes back the last movement you made with your brush, and also in any other cases as well. You take a small sample each time, especially around that finger mark and the shoes, because the shoe changes colour in various areas. So I take multiple samples as I go along. Working with grayscale is much easier with skin tones. If you're working with colour, you need to take multiple selections and use a very fuzzy brush to make a good blend. There's a tutorial sheet available for this procedure on the website listed below, with all the shortcuts shown.